Hey, what's up, guys? Blade Master here. It looks like we're going to get into another 2v2. It's just this regular old Blade Balance Room 2. Yeah, it's been a while, so let's get right into it. You guys know that little YouTube channel where the guy keeps saying, let's get right into it? I kind of hate that fucker. Anyways, let's get right into it. Representing Imperial Conquest, bad dental hygiene, and bland food. We have Yawning Firefly taking Carthage. His ally representing cheese. A lot of weed and legalized red light districts. We have Trolley taking Pontus. Looks like we're fighting in that level, so let's go ahead and take a look at his at the other two. Representing freedom, French fries, cheeseburgers. We have LordMaur taking Boii. Or maybe it's Wolf of Ichkeria, I don't know. But anyways, let's go ahead and introduce Wolf of Ichkeria. Representing an unknown country in Eastern Europe, or maybe possibly Russia, we have Wolf of Ichkeria. So it looks like... Wow, shit, that woke me up. It looks like Boii and Sparta. It looks like it, I'm not too sure. But this, of course, fought in Blade Balance, Nemersena. And... you know what? This is going to be pretty interesting. We have Pontus, which is cool, and Carthage. I love Carthage in Blade Balance because you get to pick so many different units, and it's always fun to see like a variety of units. You never really know what your opponent's going to bring with Carthage. A lot of things are viable with them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the army comps. Celtic warriors and Libyan infantry, Samnite warriors, Scutari, and Celtic warriors. More and a couple of mercenary noble fighters already winded. So as you can see, there's just in terms of melee infantry, there's such a huge variety. Celtic warriors, great unit. Samnite warrior is very decent. Only one Samnite warrior brought. Instead of that, I don't really like the Libyan infantry, to be quite honest. I mean, look at that. The big difference, I think, is the armor and health. That's what helps the mercenary Samnite warrior stand out, in my opinion. Much better lasting power. Some more Celtic warriors to form complete melee frontline. And we've got some Balearic Slingers, 3 Balearic Slingers, and 1 Cretan Archer, so that's a huge amount of money spent in on skirmishers. We see Mercenary Scutari Cavalry, a total of 3 of them, and 1 Carthaginian Cavalry and a General's Bodyguard unit. For Pontus, and that's I think Trolley-Boii, we see Celtic Warriors, again excellent melee, low-tier melee infantry, Eastern Slingers, and they're going to need all the skirmish power to help defeat the Boii, which is probably going to be a very, very strong faction in this matchup. Actually, so is Sparta. We see some Bronze Shield Pikemen, I think 4 of them, some more Celtic Warriors, we see some Mercenary Naked Swords, excellent unit as always, and some Noble Blood Cavalry along with a Bronze Shield Pikeman General unit, and 2 Cappadocian Cavalry too, so very strong cavalry contingent, which should be able to destroy anything that Sparta and Boii alliance can bring. Tarentine Cavalry with Celtic Warriors, 2 Celtic Warriors, and a couple of shitty 3 Celtic Bowmen and some Celtic Slingers. Spear Warriors, of course, a lot of Oathstone. We see only like 3 or 4 total sword followers, and 2 or 3 Oathstone with a veteran spear, and 1, 2, 3 heavy horse. So not very heavy on the heavy horse. That's a bit paradoxical. Anyways, we see Helot Slingers. 4 Helot Slingers for Sparta. We see a lot of Spartan Pikemen. Oh my god, this is going to be such a fucking... it's such a shit build to play against. Spartan Hoplites, Spartan Youths, Spartan Hoplites, Heroes of Sparta, and Heroes of Sparta. So this is basically an army that's just never going to crumble. It's going to take so much for the Balearic Slingers to destroy these, this Spartan army. They've already popped loose formation, which is going to help them stay in the fight for a lot longer. Spartan Pikemen haven't taken any damage though, not really. I think they're focusing down the Helot Slingers first. It looked like the Carthaginian cavalry was about to go in for a sneaky charge, but it looks like the fight on the Pontic side is really amping up. Celtic warriors gotten charged at by the Noble Blood Cavalry, and now Bronze Shield Pikemen going to come in, and then mercenary Celtic warriors as well. Looks like the Celtic Slingers have gotten crushed, which is of course to be expected. The Boii army can get crushed by this Pontic army if they don't retreat quickly. They should honestly make much better use of the pikemen. Move inside, let the pikemen form like this kind of terrible pike wall, so that it's going to be impossible for the Pontic army to come in and charge in. Celtic warriors are getting destroyed, singled out and destroyed by mercenary Celtic warriors and bronze shield pikemen on the Pontic side. Now the heavy horse at least have retreated. It looks like, I think Wolf of Ichkeria is the one who's got the Boii, but let's just assume he has. Maybe he hasn't. He's pulling back a little bit. He doesn't want to take this engagement because he sees there's a lot of troops here and a lot of very, very strong troops. On the other side, though, Carthage is also destroying some of the Helot slingers, but that means a lot of the ammo from the Balearic slingers has been depleted, and they're firing in on already broken Helot slingers, so that's a bit of a waste of their ammo. But the one thing that's good for the Boii Spartan alliance is that they're kind of consolidating their two armies. The bronze shield pikemen here about to get singled out, but the sword follower is deciding not to take that engagement. Of course, there's a lot of bronze shield pikemen here to support as well. The Spartan hoplites about to charge into bronze shield pikemen, and the Spartan hoplites will take a long time to die, but they will definitely die to bronze shield pikemen. Much better in frontal combat, of course, but the Spartan hoplites' excellent stats in general should be able to help them just last a lot longer in this fight. Celtic warriors taking some damage from the Helot slingers. Some of the eastern slingers now broken because of their terrible shields. They're not very good against enemy slingers, so it's a good job from the Helot slingers to focus them down. In the meanwhile, it looks like all the Balearic slingers for Jaw are just focusing down the Helot slingers. The Balearic slingers are focusing down the Helot slingers, I think that's what I said. Spear warriors here, along with Spartan hoplites, just chilling, don't know what to do. They're in the center of things, but they can't really... They should probably just be able to destroy the Scutari and maybe the Celtic warriors, but besides that, I don't really know what they're going to do. Besides, of course, the obvious, which is hit the Scutari cavalry and the Cappadocians, who are actually wreaking havoc here. I should scroll out so that I can see what's going on here. The mercenary noble fighter is going to come in. The bronze shield pikeman going to do a lot of damage to the oath sword. The spear warrior is also helping out, but now this engagement is not going to go well for the Boii. Cappadocian cavalry fighting toe to toe with the heavy horse, and there is going to be some support. Actually no, because this heavy horse is going to crash into this Cappadocian. Sword followers propped shield wall against mercenary naked swords and Celtic warriors. This Boii blob here, Boii and Pontic blob, is actually going to go in the favor of Pontus because of the bronze shield pikemen, I would assume. But sword followers coming in to rear charge them, and that's going to be a huge detriment to their already pretty crappy morale, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I've played anything related to Total War. Actually, yeah, 62 base morale is not bad at all for these guys. So they're not going to end their discipline too, so it's going to take much more than a shitty flank charge from a solitary unit of sword followers to rout them. But this sword follower going to charge into the mercenary naked swords. Doesn't look like the naked swords got a charge off, so that means this unit is basically destroyed and is going to be worthless. Spreading out is the Carthaginian line, which is necessary. One of the Spartan pikemen have they've gotten slaughtered. Singled out and slaughtered by the Balearic slingers. Balearic slingers definitely proving to be very useful. Carthaginian cavalry now not a good idea. They killed one of the Helot slingers, but this is not a good trade. They have been caught by the Tarentine cav, and the Spartan pikemen and the heroes of Sparta are going to destroy them. The Carthaginian line is going to require all the maneuverability that they have, because the Balearic slingers for sure don't have much ammo left. This Spartan pikemen about to charge into the mercenary Samnite, but they're going to retreat. Scutari firing in some of their javelins, getting a few kills on the Periarchi pikemen, but they need to retreat. Mercenary Celtic warrior is going to destroy the Spartan youth, so that's good. The naked swords here, hitting the Spartan hoplites, these are the types of engagement that's probably the best for the Carthaginian and Pontic alliance, because these are the only units that they would have a chance of defeating in frontal combat. Scutari here are going to get destroyed by the Periarchi pikemen. You see that fucking frontal pike combat? This is the best thing about blade balance. This is why you can afford to bring factions like Sparta and Carthage and Pontus, of course. Naked swords getting destroyed by the sword followers, and now sword followers are in a very good position. They should just try and force this little gap so that the two sword followers would destroy the mercenary noble fighters and then come in and rear charge some of these bronze shield pikemen. The heavy horse now destroyed by the Scutari cavalry and the noble blood cavalry. This Cappadocian has finally managed to destroy the enemy heavy horse and the spear warriors, strangely enough. Veteran spears should pop shield screen so that they can get that precious, I think 2 of 3 bonus versus infantry, or maybe it's 5 bonus versus infantry, I'm not too sure. against the Celtic Warriors. The Mercenary Noble Fighter is exhausted because they've definitely popped Headhunt by this point. And now they're going to come in against the Sword Followers, coming for a nice charge in, nice frontal combat. By the way, there's a Blade Balance tournament that's going to start on the 25th. If any of you guys are interested in some Rome 2 action, if you're wondering why I haven't been posting any Warhammer content, it's because I'm completely bored of it, and I don't really like Warhammer multiplayer. And on the other hand, I can't be arsed not fixing or rebalancing Warhammer. But let me know what your concerns are with Warhammer multiplayer, because one of the devs from CA contacted me and he was like, what do you think should be improved in Warhammer multiplayer? They're actually interested to know what multiplayer people think of Warhammer. So that definitely shows that they have an interest, which is great. Here the Scutari Cavalry got slaughtered by so many javelins from the Spear Warriors and the Oathsworn. The Spartan Hoplites as well retreating from the advancing Bronze Shield Pikemen. These Bronze Shield Pikemen holding so strong, but the Sword Followers gotten a double XP chevron. Great job there by the Boii player. The Mercenary Noble Fighters, of course, full strength, man. So they're going to do a lot of damage. Rear charge from the Cappadocians, the Sword Followers are gone. It does not look good. Look at the Spartan line. It's completely spread out. So there's a Spartan line that's composed mainly of pikes that's going to be completely spread out. Is a Spartan line that's going to get crushed. The Balearic Slingers already have a single experience chevron. The Scutari Cavalry charged into the Spartan pikemen. They're going to pull out, but they're going to take some casualties while pulling out as these guys drop their pikes. 57. They've taken 3-4 casualties, including a bit of friendly fire from the Libyan infantry. But it gave precious time for the Balearic Slingers to fire into the sides of the Spartan pikemen. So that's good. The Carthaginian army, of course, would prefer if that battle against the Spartans was as spread out as possible. You can see the Spartan pikemen not doing anything. Can't really do much. Pike-on-pike combat, of course, is nothing I can do really to make it, reasonable. It's always going to end up with whose Sarissa is longer and just like verbal shouts between the two. This Periokai pikeman is slowly reforming against this bronze shield. And Mercenary Naked Swords getting destroyed by the Heroes of Sparta, dropping Frenzy at the last second, while this one just does merry-go-round the Heroes of Sparta, trying to reform, trying to find that center that they can, form a pike line against. But in the meanwhile, I think they're going to take some casualties for sure. But I think this is an engagement that the Bronze Shield Pikemen should eventually win out. So Battle Rhythm popped on the general, and the Heroes of Sparta really fucking taking it now. The Heroes of Sparta they will take a long time to lose this, but they will lose it for sure. It definitely looks like it's steadily going in the favor of the Carthaginian and Pontic players' favor. Periokai pikemen now just gotten sandwiched. Look at this V. The Periokai pikemen going to get destroyed there. Only 43 base morale for them. They're not going to withstand that. The Oathsworn now is fighting up against Noble Fighters. This Noble Fighter is still at 80 men. I don't even know what they've been chewing up, but they've been chewing up something crazy. 220 kills with a triple experience chevron, of course helped by the Carthaginian cavalry rear charging constantly. Spear Warriors now coming in. They've gotten a single experience chevron themselves. The Spartan pikemen now proving such a massive threat. Now that Jaw is completely out of skirmish power, no ammo left on his Balearic Slingers, these guys are basically useless. They've done so much damage though already. The Heroes of Sparta has gotten some kills, I think killing off some stragglers here and there. But this Spartan pikeman doing very, very well. Which again now it means that the maneuverability of the Pontic and Carthaginian alliance is going to come into huge effect here. The Oathsworn general is singled out. I mean, he was singled out from the start. The Noble Fighters proving to be such a nuisance for the Oathsworn. They've gotten double experience chevron, but they're down to half strength, and the entirety of the Boii army is gone because they failed to consolidate with their Spartan brothers. And the Spartans, in the Boii player's defense, the Spartan was far too willing to spread out his army, and that's not how you do against or with a Spartan mainline. 30 seconds left. It looks like this is definitely going to go in the favor of the the Carthaginian and Pontic alliance. But it was a very fun game. Lots of pikes, and the Carthaginian player and I think Trolley definitely picked the right engagements. They singled out the Spartan hoplites and killed them off first, and that made it so much easier for them to just single out and destroy the pikemen later. Costly victory for Carthage, and I think Carthage definitely played this game very, very well. Spread out that was Jaw. He spread out his skirmish troops and the rest of his main line very well against all of these advancing pikemen. Look at these Spartan pikemen not getting any kills, and the Balearic slingers and the Cretan archers doing so well as the noble fighters proving to be invaluable in destroying LordMaur's Boii. Wolf of Ichkeria was the one who took Sparta. Strange. So the sword followers for LordMaur did pretty decently, actually, all things considered, because they were fighting up against both noble fighters and bronze shield pikemen. The bronze shield pikemen, look at this, 105, 10, 176, and all of them basically completely fine, and the general as well getting a lot of kills on the enemy heroes of Sparta. Cappadocian Cav and Noble Blood Cav doing pretty decently. Eastern Slingers got routed pretty early on by what was a good early engagement. The Helot Slingers and the Celtic Slingers focusing down the Eastern Slingers with their terrible shields and getting rid of a unit that would be very deadly against melee infantry, but not so deadly against enemy skirmishers. Smart. Mercenary Naked Swords as well did okay, actually, for how cheap they are. And the Celtic Warriors, look at this, 209 kills. Goddamn, double experience shift run. Great job there. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this battle replay. If you guys have been wondering why I haven't really been posting anything, it's because I'm just kind of very, very jaded with Total War in general now. I don't mind playing Rome 2. Honestly, after watching this replay again, I don't mind getting back into Blade Balance. But I've been playing so much Overwatch. Like, it's not even funny. I've been playing just a shit ton of Overwatch. And I know that you guys don't really like watching Overwatch, and it's a Total War channel, so that's why I haven't been posting any Overwatch videos. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys want to see more Rome 2 action, let me know. If you guys want to... and much more important than that, tell me what you think is bad with Warhammer and how you would like it to be improved. Hope you guys enjoyed it and stay tuned for more. Peace.